History isn't just about famous people in textbooks. Lots of people did amazing things, but we don't always hear about them. Today, we're going to learn about 3 of these not-so-famous people. They changed the world in ways you might not expect. We'll travel through time with cool videos and pictures to discover their exciting lives and what they did. Their stories are like hidden treasures, showing us how one person can make a big difference. We've added big, bold subtitles to make it easy to follow along, so get comfy and get ready for some awesome stories. Our first stop is ancient Egypt, a land steeped in mystery and grandeur, where the sands whisper tales of gods and kings. This is a land of pharaohs and pyramids, where monumental structures stand as a testament to human ingenuity and ambition. The Nile River, the lifeblood of Egypt, made this civilization great. Its waters nurtured the land, allowing agriculture to flourish and cities to rise. We all know names like King Tut and Cleopatra, figures who have captured the world's imagination with their stories of power and intrigue. But did you know some powerful women ruled Egypt too? These women were not just queens, but pharaohs, wielding power in a male-dominated world. One such remarkable woman was Hatshepsut, a woman who defied tradition to become pharaoh, even though that was usually a man's job. Hatshepsut was born a princess, destined for a life of luxury and influence within the royal family. When her husband, the pharaoh, died, she initially ruled as regent for her young stepson. But Hatshepsut wanted more than just a temporary position of power. She made a bold decision to become pharaoh herself, a move that was unprecedented and revolutionary. This was a really big deal back then. It was unheard of for a woman to take on the full powers and responsibilities of a pharaoh. Pictures and statues show her wearing the pharaoh's crown and even a fake beard, just like a king. This was her way of asserting her authority and legitimacy. She wanted everyone to know she was in charge. Her reign was marked by ambitious building projects and a focus on economic prosperity. Hatshepsut was a great leader, known for her wisdom and vision. She commissioned magnificent temples and monuments that still stand today. She sent ships to faraway lands to trade for valuable goods, expanding Egypt's influence and wealth. One of the most famous expeditions went to the land of Punt, which is probably Somalia today. This journey was a significant achievement in ancient trade. This trip brought back treasures and exotic goods, making Egypt richer and more powerful. Hatshepsut's reign was a golden age of prosperity and cultural flourishing. Now, let's jump to the 1900s, a time of rapid change and innovation. Cities were bustling with new technologies, and the world was on the brink of an electrical revolution. Electricity was new and exciting, capturing the imagination of inventors and the public alike. It promised to transform everyday life in ways people could hardly imagine. A brilliant man named Nikola Tesla had big ideas about electricity. His vision extended far beyond the simple lighting of homes. He saw a future where electricity could be harnessed to power entire cities and even the world. Born in Croatia in 1856, Tesla was fascinated by electricity from a young age. His curiosity and passion for understanding the natural world drove him to experiment and innovate. He imagined things that seemed like science fiction at the time: wireless communication, global power distribution, and even devices that could harness the energy of the Earth itself. Tesla didn't just want to make electricity better. He wanted to change how we used it completely. His inventions included the Tesla coil, which could generate high-voltage electricity, and the induction motor, which became a cornerstone of modern electrical engineering. Tesla's life had ups and downs. Despite his genius, he faced numerous challenges, including financial difficulties and skepticism from his peers. He moved to America in 1884 and worked for the famous inventor Thomas Edison. Initially, Tesla admired Edison, but their relationship soon soured. They disagreed about how electricity should work. Edison was a staunch supporter of direct current, DC, which was limited in its ability to travel long distances without significant power loss. Tesla, on the other hand, championed alternating current, AC, which could be transmitted over much greater distances with less loss of power. This made AC a more practical solution for widespread electrical distribution. Edison liked DC, direct current, which couldn't travel far without losing power. He believed it was safer and more reliable, but it had significant limitations. Even though Edison disagreed, Tesla kept working on his ideas. He was determined to prove the superiority of AC and worked tirelessly to develop and demonstrate its potential. He proved that AC was safe and could power the world. Tesla's successful demonstrations of AC technology eventually led to its widespread adoption, revolutionizing the way we use electricity and lighting up the world in ways he had always envisioned. Our last story takes us to ancient Britain, a land of misty hills, dense forests, and ancient tribes. This was a time when the land was divided among various Celtic tribes, each with its own customs and leaders. The Celtic tribes were fierce and proud, known for their warrior culture and their resistance to invaders. They fought hard against the Roman army, which sought to expand its empire into their lands. It was a time of battles and bravery, where every warrior had to prove their mettle on the battlefield. The Romans, with their disciplined legions, faced the wild and courageous Celtic warriors. Among these tribes, one leader stood out, Boudica, the queen of the Iceni. She was not just a ruler, but a symbol of resistance and defiance against the Roman oppressors. Boudica's story is one of immense courage and determination. She fought for her people and their right to live freely, without the yoke of Roman rule. Her tale is a testament to the power of belief and the strength of the human spirit. Initially, the Iceni tribe lived in relative peace with the Romans. They had an agreement that allowed them to maintain some autonomy while coexisting with the Roman settlers. However, this fragile peace was shattered when Boudica's husband, the king of the Iceni, passed away. The Romans, seeing an opportunity, seized their lands and subjected the Iceni people to harsh treatment and heavy taxation. Boudica, a strong and determined queen, could not stand by and watch her people suffer. She was a leader who embodied the spirit of her tribe, and she vowed to fight back against the Roman invaders. She rallied her people, calling upon the warriors of the Iceni and neighboring tribes to join her in a rebellion. Her powerful speeches and unwavering resolve inspired many to take up arms against the Romans. Under her leadership, the tribes united in a common cause. They gathered their forces, ready to challenge the might of the Roman Empire. It was a rare moment of unity among the often fragmented Celtic tribes. Roman writers described Boudica as a tall woman with long, flowing red hair. Her presence was commanding, and her voice carried the strength of her convictions. She was a figure who could inspire warriors to fight with all their might. Boudica's army, fueled by anger and a desire for justice, prepared for battle. They were determined to reclaim their lands and their freedom from the Roman oppressors. The rebellion led by Boudica saw fierce battles as her forces attacked Roman settlements in Britain. The clash between the Celtic warriors and the Roman legions was intense, marking a significant chapter in the history of ancient Britain. We've met three amazing people from different times and places. These not-so-famous heroes changed history in big ways. Their stories show us how many different kinds of heroes there are. Hatshepsut built amazing things in Egypt, Nikola Tesla changed how we use electricity, and Boudica fought for her people. They all made a difference. We hope you liked learning about these unsung heroes. If you want to hear more stories like these, like this video, subscribe to our channel and tell us in the comments who you want to learn about next. Thanks for joining us on this trip through history.